If you want to learn more about the real Belize and listen to local and expat stories of those living in Belize, you're in the right place. This is Belize Talk Radio. Please welcome your host, Belize and international real estate expert, Macarena Rose.
Hello, it's Macarena from Belize Talk Radio, and we are here to share with you some beautiful, beautiful pictures of a resort here in Placencia that I can tell you I'm in love with. And his name is Villas de Playa de Coco, and we are here with actually the designer, the owner, all of it. Fred, introduce yourself.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, I'm wonderful. Thanks for having us today.
It's my pleasure.
So tell us, who are you, where are you from, and you're in Belize, wow.
Well, originally from the Chicago area.
Okay.
I was in the military for approximately 14 years. My adult home is Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm a semi-retired plastic and reconstructive surgeon.
Okay.
And I relocated down here over the past 3 to 4 years. That's how long it's taken to build this resort.
Well, I can tell you I've been blessed to walk through this resort with Fred just before we got actually this opportunity to share this with you. And wow, wait till you see some of the videos and pictures we're going to share with you, because it's outstanding. And, you know, we deal with a lot of luxury clients with KW. And, you know, even though it's Belize Talk Radio, we're always telling people where they can stay. We want to feature Placencia. We want people to know, you know, they think of the islands, right? Placencia is this whole different, the peninsula is special. It's this whole different world. Plus you're on the mainland, which is really exceptional to me. I mean, I moved to San Ignacio when I moved here 21 years ago, and I liked being on the mainland so much. So tell me, but you, what made you decide on Placencia?
Well, I came down to San Pedro Ambergris Cay.
Okay.
In the year 2000 and 2004.
Oh, when I moved.
I stayed at Ramon's Village, had a wonderful experience, and stayed in the back of my mind. When I was thinking about retirement, I wanted to build beachfront property, which had been my lifelong dream. I was looking along the Gulf Coast of Florida because I wanted to stay relatively close to Atlanta.
Okay.
And I came to Mexico City Beach, which had been hit by a devastating hurricane about 5 years prior.
Wow.
But when I visited, it looked like an atomic bomb had just exploded.
Oh.
It never recovered. So given the increased severity of the hurricanes that we're having at this time, I just figured this was not a place to invest my money. I then went a little further south, went down to Colombia, Rosario Island, beautiful white sand beaches. But unfortunately, the experience that I had down there, there was a lot of poverty, and when you go out to eat, there's a lot of individuals that were, you know, needing money, asking for money. And I said, this might not be the place for tourism. I then saw an ad for a property in Placencia, Belize. It brought back memories of San Pedro. And so I said, it's worth a weekend trip to check out. So I flew down during peak COVID. I just got my immunization early because I was a physician.
Right.
So I felt emboldened to travel. And I came down, took a look at the property. It was a very nice property, but not quite what I was looking for. But at that time, as you know, the world was coming to an end.
Well, so they said.
Everything along the beachfront was for sale. And so I was fortunate enough to be able to acquire these lots and decided I was going to give a try designing and building my own home. So I started off with the one that we're in right now. It's a 4-bedroom villa with a rooftop, approximately 9,000 square feet. And once I put it on paper, I saw I had a whole lot more land. I was like, gee, I got to figure out something to do with the rest of this land. And of course, when I'm no longer here, all of this is going to get passed on to my 2 sons. And I don't want them to have to worry about having to fund the maintenance of the property. So I figured, okay, maybe let me put a couple of other Airbnbs on the property, and it'll be self-sustaining.
It was very smart.
So,
very smart, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did, just to not have to work so hard, was I just replicated the house that I designed for myself, knowing that it would be good. So I put it next door here.
And it's good, by the way.
Yes. And then I figured, okay, I have a little more space to work with. And I was trying to think about all the different types of groups of parties, families that would want to come down to Belize to visit. And, you know, it might not be 8 to 10 people that want to take a 4-bedroom house, but I built a 2-bedroom villa behind this. And then on the other side, I built 4 independent studios.
Very smart.
Kitchenettes and indoor-outdoor showers.
Very smart.
I initially started off with 2 small pools, as I have for the 2 4-bedroom villas, for the 2 that are behind us that are being shared. And then I kind of thought about it. I said, the number of people that'll be getting in there, it's going to be too many. And I said, I got to make it bigger. So I made it bigger, really big, with a large deck.
Yeah, it's big.
And then
The pool's big.
I looked at it again and I said, you know, this pool deserves a tiki bar. So then I started working on a design for a tiki bar. And I said, well, if I have a tiki bar and I have someone that has 3 or 4 drinks in the pool and they need to go to the restroom, where are they going to go? They can't go into my Airbnb units. So we need 2 bathrooms. And then I said, you know, I probably need more staff, 2 more bathrooms. And if I let the public come in from the outside, I need a gatekeeper, reception. So that was the birth of the thatch roof building that you see behind us.
Oh my goodness, and I have to share with you something that I just was breathtaking that I've never seen before was the waterfalls that come down, because when we were driving by, I'm like, how do you get into the reception area? And sure as heck, when we were walking out, we got closer and the waters parted. Well, the waters parted.
Yes. That was a fun part of the project for me. I actually had to jackhammer that waterfall out 3 separate times.
Oh my
before
God.
we got it correct. And also changed out multiple motion detectors so the water does appropriately cut off when it's supposed to as you walk through into our reception area. So that was a lot of fun. But then I was trying to think. Up here on the rooftop, I designed these really cool serpiginous bars and have them on both sides. And that's all I had up here. And it was just this incredible view. And I was trying to think to myself, how can I share this view with others? Because I didn't want to keep it all to myself. And I was sitting down at the tiki bar and I was looking up one day. And the epiphany came to me. Glass bridge, elevator, staircase. Problem solved.
By the way, is it not the only elevator on the peninsula?
It is the only elevator for a restaurant on the peninsula.
That's
Yes.
just, that's mind-boggling. And I will say that walkway, the glass walkway, is like something spectacular to see. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy watching people cautiously walk across the glass bridge and kids playing on the glass bridge.
A good balance. So
And then
go ahead.
I had a private chef, and the private chef was just cooking in the kitchens of each of their units, but he was a very good chef, and I said, you know, he will get bored doing just this. I need to give him a real kitchen. So then I took my storage room up here, and I actually turned it into a commercial kitchen,
Wow.
which meant I needed to have a restaurant. And if I'm going to have a restaurant, being from Chicago, I love my pizza.
Of course.
So I built a brick oven pizzeria right here on the rooftop. So, and then when we put the roof across it, looking from below, there was a little asymmetry between the buildings, and being a plastic surgeon and a microsurgeon, attention to detail, the asymmetry would have driven me crazy. So I then put a symmetrical roof on the other side and built our glass conference room, which allows you to have views of the ocean to the east, mountains to the west, and pizza oven right in front of you in case you get hungry.
How smart though to have a conference room too, because people are going to come and they rent the studios in the front, right, or rent the whole place, right?
Yeah.
And then to be able to have a conference, and there are people that come for retreats, and
Yes.
and you know, it's beautifully windy today, and you know, it's just There's never a bad day in Belize, right? We have this weather, right? But to come here and have a retreat, right? Maybe you'll have plastic surgeons come for a retreat,
Sure.
right? Of course, right? To unwind. And it happened to you,
Yes.
right?
I feel very fortunate to be here.
Helps you decompress?
Yes, although I'm not decompressing right now because I have no experience in a restaurant, bar, or hotel, all of which I've opened at the same time. And so it's on the job training. And so I'm learning.
We need to send Ben Alway down to you for a week or two. He's a guru of that. He's brilliant. But so I give you a lot of kudos because to throw your hat over the wall and to do this all in a foreign country, kudos. Hats off to you because what you've done is magnificent.
Thank you.
And there's a lot of people that are looking to travel, they want to go do the wilderness and the jungle and the ATVs and zip lining and all of that. But then they want to come back at the end of the day and have a fine meal, have a very comfortable place to stay, have air conditioning, beautiful views, and you've knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
So I've already looked at number one. I'm like, number one, that's a whole incredible suite. This is beautiful. So what attracted you to Belize?
Well, initially it was scuba diving.
Oh.
2000, 2004, scuba diving at Ramon's Village. And then I didn't come back for 17 years. And it was just looking for, beautiful white sand beach properties. And this is what I found. And I also wanted to stay geographically close to Atlanta, which is my home base.
Right.
So that I could, still spend time with my two sons.
And you have a direct flight. It's
Yes.
easy to get back and forth, right?
Easy. 2.5 hours.
It's fully phenomenal, right? To hop on a plane and be in a foreign country that quickly. It's one of the things that drew me here to move was because I had family in the United States, but I wanted to be able to get back to if I needed to,
Yes.
and wanted to, of course, but especially if I needed to for some reason. That was very important to me. So you've done this all since like COVID.
Yes.
Yeah, you've done a lot because building this is 9,000 square feet. 9,000 square feet on the other side. You've got the studios in the front. You've got swimming pools. 3 pools?
3 swimming
Yeah, 3 swimming pools. 2 from the apartments, the suites, and then the big pool. Wow, that's a lot. What is your? I ask people what draws them to Belize. What touches your soul about Belize? What is it about Belize other than like the beaches and the views?
Well, the people are incredibly friendly, warm, welcoming. Even though, I do speak Spanish, but it is an English-speaking country, the only English-speaking country in Central America. And I thought that would also be attractive in terms of possible medical destination tourism in the future because
True.
I still love performing plastic surgery and would love to be able to offer those services down here in this enjoyable
What a great idea.
resort.
What a great idea. Well, I want to thank you for taking time with us today. I can't wait to share this with you all. You're going to love some of the pictures that we're going to put into this video for you, that you get to understand what I'm talking about, like the outside showers, the pizza oven, the fact that there's an elevator. So that's handicap accessible. There's a lot of like bonuses for people, right? And kudos.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Hats off to you. Please check out Villas in Playa de Coco. Did you name Playa de Coco, by the way?
All the good names were taken, so then I had to make a combination between English and Spanish. So Villas at Playa de Coco, but of course you can tell that I'm not a native Spanish speaker because I should have said Playa del Coco.
Del Coco. That's okay. We'll give it to you. Well, he's named this beach. Come visit him for sure. Fred, thank you so much for your time, dear.
Thank you so much.
Macarena from Belize Talk Radio. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.